Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Speed Force Racing. My name is JB, and I'll be taking you through tonight's proceedings because tonight is GP3's turn to have a crack at the Season 5 opener here in Australia. But I'm not on my own. Tonight I have someone who everyone knows, mainly because he doesn't shut up. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to the Season 4 GP2 champion, yes, GP2 champion, current premier driver in Formula One SFR, and just got out for the gym because the Mercedes is too strong for him. Mike Bundy, how are you doing, mate?
I'm not too bad, mate. I would say more the Renault's. I'm too weak for the Renault. More than I'm too strong for the Mercedes.
So, the abuse. Nonetheless, mate, did you get a chance to watch last night's race for GP4?
Unfortunately not. No, I haven't had a chance yet. I've been super busy, so I haven't had a chance yet. But that's on my things to do after this one.
Well, if you want to know what happened last night in GP4, check out yesterday's stream hosted by myself and joined for the first time by Leroy, who will be joining me on Thursday night commentary. And this is going to be a cracker because GP3 last year was an absolute stunner, wasn't it, Mike? You watched all of the races alongside doing some commentary with me, didn't you?
And I was here for the finale, so
oh, yes.
That was definitely a memorable race, the finale.
It definitely was.
I'm interested to see what happens this season because obviously we've got no Blaz MK, the champion this year. So it'd be interesting to see if there's going to be somebody new stepping up to take over from Blaz, or whether C Pasley, is he in this one? C Pasley?
I believe he's in GP2 this year.
Oh, okay. So we can have a whole new title contender.
This will be a fantastic season. Obviously, last season, if you want to know what happened in Season 4 and GP3's first season, well, that was a cracker. Blaz MK ultimately coming out as SFR's first GP3 champion. He has since been moved straight up to the Premier Division, bypassing GP2 because his pace on this game is absolutely astonishing. So we'll see him on Thursday night alongside you, Michael Bundy, in that division. Are you looking forward to getting yourself on track for the first time in the 2019 cars?
I'm more nervous than excited. I'm going up against a bunch of people that I've not raced against before.
You're nervous? Imagine the guys in GP2. Have they seen what idiots in the Ferrari in there? I know. If you didn't know, everybody, I will not be hosting. I will be driving in the Ferrari GP2 team. God knows why they wanted SFR's answer to Robert Kubica in that car, but I don't know. Nonetheless, it looks like we've been given the command to head straight over the track. Bundy, what could happen at this track?
Let's go. Let's go. This track, I think last year in GP3, only 4 people finished? Was it 4 people?
And ultimately, the GP4 driver, Primeval Rex, came out on top, winning the race. But yeah, so we're going to get a new winner in GP3 here in Australia. This is going to be fun, isn't it? I'm so excited.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of experienced people from last season. I mean, there's Dr. Special Energy, Luke Beck. I know Luke Beck and Psycho Mitch having a bit of banter in the chat before the race.
They often do those two.
They've been winding each other up all week.
They sit there, it's just like watching wrestling, because honestly, they're going at each other in every little press conference, and it's fantastic to watch. But we know ultimately they're going to be friends in the end, because that's what SFR is about. We're about having friends as well as competitive racing. And Mike, you've only been here a few seasons, because I'm bloody old now, but SFR really is a great attitude to have a place to race, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, on the track we're all fighting to beat each other, but off the track we're all good friends, and there's quite a camaraderie between the drivers.
That Lino bloke, oh.
Yeah, Lee, don't even get me started on that Lino.
You know, the worst part is he just commented in the chat just as I said that. Oh, I'm cruising for bruising. That's what I am. So, well, we're going to get some wet weather. Obviously, this track is a hybrid street and...
it's dry.
It is dry. How disappointing. It's a hybrid street and city track circuit, but this is predominantly a street circuit here in Melbourne, Australia. I won't do the accent because I know I got told off last year for doing it, but 16 drivers, this track, what's going to happen, Michael Bundy?
Well, this is quite technical little, well, I'd say street circuit, but it's a road course. So everyone's got to be vigilant in quali because obviously, I mean, you could block someone quite easily.
We had that last night actually in GP4. We had a blocking incident which ended up in a Haas driver not adhering to the rules of letting a driver through. He was on an outlap. He didn't. I don't think he realised. I don't think he did it on purpose whatsoever. And it ended up in him receiving a 5-place grid drop for making contact with the other driver. And
topic is the first one out.
Thank God you can read that because I read it and I put two pick.
Well, I'm just going to say topic.
I think topic sounds good.
This is the problem. We've got loads of new people.
I've been doing this for way too long, mate. You know, I've had to learn. I can still remember drivers from the first season I commentated on.
Do you know the worst one's going to be? He's now not called Smelly Badger anymore. He's just called Badger.
I know.
That's just weird.
Well, it's all right. So there we see the Toro Rosso or Scented Crumpets actually overtaking the driver. So the man with the white, orange and blue helmet, I do like that helmet, is now ahead, looking to set his laps first. The 69 car in the Toro Rosso. Toro Rosso look good this year, don't they? The onboard particularly looks fantastic.
I'm quite interested to see how Scented Crumpets does, obviously, because he was GP2 last season and he had a couple of good races. So hopefully it can be up there the sharp end this season.
Luckily, though, we have 2 teams running the Honda engine this season in SFR, which gives me more opportunity to use the Honda lawnmower upgrade joke, which I love so much. So, Scented Crumpets on the hard compounded tyres on to start his lap now. DRS opening as he heads towards the line. This is looking... Well, obviously he's going to go out for multiple laps with the hard compound, isn't he, Mike?
Yeah, I mean,
that looks dangerous.
On his ERS, he's only running overtake, not even hot lap, so he's obviously building up to
I think that may have been an invalidation. It could have been. It's borderline, to be completely honest, at turn 1. Turn 1's a very difficult corner here, as Valtteri Bottas found out actually 2018 he found that out, didn't he?
18, yeah, he crashed in the wall.
Yeah, I was going to say, well, to be honest, I don't think it'll be... Oh, that's getting closer. He's flirting with the track limits more than I do flirting with girls at train stations. But he's there. Look at that. The Mercedes getting out of the way. To be honest, I don't know if Valtteri Bottas will be driving for Mercedes
sector
next
2.
year. That was the Mercedes getting out of the way. So now on board, following Scented Crumpets now as the driver comes through this very, very quick chicane. A little bit hesitant on turn. He's round after skimming the grass. He's got to get off the racing line soon. Luckily, Topics is able to pick up the line straight afterwards and send straight down to the corner now. Straight after that DRS straight. What can Racing Point do? They produce a good car, the number 22 car, but it looks like 2 Z's, so we'll call him ZZ. Oh, I'm such a child. The man with the pink and purple helmet coming through the final corner now. DRS opening, he's wide, he's touched the grass, that might be close to the invalidation. He's got to cross the line. Now at the first lap is a 1:22.5. A very quick lap time for the Racing Point car.
Yeah, solid lap that.
Lubeck through turn 1 and 2.
I'll tell you what, JB, some of these cars on board look absolutely amazing and spectacular. Oh, someone in the gravel. Who's that? I've seen someone in the gravel. Oh, that was a Haas.
Trayman. I will call him Trayman because I'm not going to even attempt the first one. Or Oggy. Yeah, let's go Oggy. Oggy has just taken the fastest lap now in the Ferrari. I'd like to see that as a factory Ferrari driver. But there you see Friedrich, or Friedrich, I'm going to call him Friedrich.
Oh, he's got no front wing.
Yeah, Friedrich in the house, struggling. Here's Badger in the Ferrari again, another one of my Ferrari drivers, teaming up with me, trying to make us look at the number 48 car. God, the Ferrari numbers look fantastic this year, I have to say that.
Yeah.
What can Badger get up to, though? Yeah, the onboards of these cars, as you were saying, Mike, they all look fantastic. I don't think there's one that I couldn't look at for hours. Even the Racing Point.
Luke Beck's in the gravel.
Oh,
Luke Beck's in the gravel.
I believe he was re-signed for Renault. So one of the rare drivers actually stayed with a team over the winter break. I mean, saying that, you did as well.
No, I didn't.
Did you know? Have you moved from Mercedes?
Oh, last... Yeah, I'm now in the Renault, mate.
Oh, you're in the Renault.
I'm in the Renault team with my good friend, Mr. Honey Badger.
No, of course, you've got to keep someone. Badger, the other Badger in the league, though, about to cross the line now. What can he do? Very strong last season P8, but he is on the hard tyres right now. Psychomich in the house.
Yeah, and he may be doing another build-up lap, because it'll probably take 2 to 3 laps to get those hard tyres warmed up.
Psychomich in the Haas. Again, I believe he stayed in the Haas last season.
Yeah, he was in the Haas last season.
See, I've got to ask the guy who did the tables with us. This chicane here is very difficult if you don't have the right downforce setting, isn't it?
What's that, the fast one?
Yeah.
Fast chicane, yeah? Yeah. To be honest, I'm not really too big a fan of this track. Seems to be a lot of auto spin curbs around here.
Yeah, this track not the best as Psychomich misses the apex heavily, coming into the penultimate corner, then into the final corner, nailing that one. DRS opening on the Lightning Volt or Rich Energy Haas, whichever one you wish to decide. Crossing line, that's a P10 lap time on the medium tyres. Getting a good idea of what some of these drivers can do. Here's Luke Beck. I believe he's on a... Oh, he's had a big slide in the Renault, the 31. Definitely struggling. How long is it until that 31's back in a Formula 1 car? Be it on the Renault, be it on the Haas, or be it on the Mercedes, who knows? But everyone knows that I love Esteban Ocon. Still won't argue.
Well, he could have been in the this weekend. He could have been in it last weekend.
That was very, very close, wasn't it? As Luke Beck bails into pit lane. Here's Dr. Special Energy, one of our admins in SFR. Good chap, lovely sense of humour.
No bias.
Yeah, no bias whatsoever. Always going to bring it up as he is driving the stroll machine, so he's just strolling around the zone. Here's Egloof in the Red Bull, making a switch from Toro Rosso to Red Bull this season. He had a difficult first season in SFR, didn't he? He was stunning in the first couple of rounds. Then he got a steering wheel, and he had even admitted himself that he needed to back down a bit and try something new. Maybe the switch to Red Bull will pay him a little more help.
Well, whenever you switch from a controller to a wheel, it takes probably half a season to get fully up to speed. So, hope to see Egnolf up there this season.
Egnolf now with a Ferrari ahead of him as we come through the fast chicane. The red, white, and blue on his helmet. It's close. Do you think that he has a lap? He's still going for it like an absolute Red Bull driver.
I'll be surprised if it wasn't an invalidation. All 4 wheels are off the track.
What can Egloof do? Is he going to bail into pit lane this time round? We do have 10 minutes remaining of qualifying. He does not, so he's going around for another lap, even if it is invalidated. DRS opening now as he charges up towards the line. What's the lap time going to be? It's going to be a 1:21.9. That's second place. Red Bull serving him well. He went well last year in Australia, and now he's looking to go well once more. Here's Friedrich. Friedrich's got the toe for the McLaren. Distant toe, but still a toe. Crossing the line. That's P6 for Friedrich's debut tonight. Wide Billy just gone up to P9 as well. Again, some of these drivers we've seen before, and obviously drivers that we haven't seen before, but it'd be fantastic to see if any of the returning drivers have improved to stunning amounts. And look at that. Hegnolf chucking his hat amongst the ring, saying that he wants to improve, and he has improved. He's had a lot of time. Remember, this is only his second Formula 1 game, so that's just astonishing to be that quick, isn't it?
Gee, that makes me kind of feel bad. I've been having F1 games for like 10 years.
So have I. How do you think I feel? Crikey! We're old, Mike. We're the old guys now, aren't we?
Yeah. Not as old as Lee.
Oh. Not as old as Lee, no. He used to race in F1 2009. GA now, the Scotsman in the McLaren, making the switch from Racing Point, or what was Force India, to the McLaren outfit. It's a good switch, though. This McLaren car looks good this year. Still a bit plain, lack of sponsors. But
there's a Mercedes spun at first corner. It's Ollie Vesterli. Oh, God.
We'll call him Vestini.
I'm just going to call it Ollie. Just call him Ollie.
Yeah,
Ollie.
Tupic has actually gone up to P2 himself now. So the man who had a spin, the man who responded and gave us the first lap time has got up there. Cinder Crumpets on his lap, the 69 car. Again, seeing the same people, but that's only because there's 16 drivers on the track, and we can only see the 7 ones that are on track right now. McLaren's looking very close together, but we know Blood and Sands. I think that's an all Scottish outfit this year. If you look at that, very close together, but we know Brandon Sands can go faster because he's on the medium compounded tyres.
Oggy goes even faster.
I
1:21.7.
we have a request in chat to call him Train Man. I think.
Sorry. I apologise, Train Man.
I think we'll do a mixture of both. How's that sound? Because to be honest, we read the first 3 letters and we sort of work out who it is, don't we?
Yeah.
That's my one gripe with esports teams.
I like Train Man's helmet. That looks nice. That helmet.
I haven't seen it. Look, he's already doing it before me. No one can tell me I have a problem now. Centre Crumpets coming up towards the line now. He goes P5 in the Toro Rosso. Ooh, yes. Oggy's helmet does look fantastic. The 93 car. I really thought he was 95 there. I was going to call him Lightning McQueen, but you know,
that's
God, I am old.
You know, it was.
That's
do you know,
it
was 10 years. 10 years since Cars 1 was made on Sunday.
We're old, man.
I know.
Langford,
there's a few cars.
Chicane, I think
there's a few cars getting out of the way.
Ooh, Langford's helmet though, or Langfell, sorry, helmet. It looks fantastic.
It's like a Gasly-esque one, doesn't it?
I think it's sort of more to do with a Norwegian flag.
Oh yeah.
I believe he's a Norwegian driver. Here's Luke Beck in the Renault. Charging up towards the line. It's got very overcast all of a sudden, hasn't it?
What did anyone give us the weather report? Anyone?
No.
No. Okay.
I don't have any sources in the news
spoilers
anymore, do I? I need to get my little tendrils into the teams. I'd have thought the Ferraris, being a Ferrari driver, would give me it this year, but I guess not. Luke Beck struggling again. The Renault, not the most agile car this year, but it does look. Well, it's definitely a Renault. Coming up through the final corner now. DRS open, charging towards the line. What can he do? It's going to be close. It's P4. That's a big improvement for him. He was there or thereabouts last season. Again with Badger, 60 thousandths down on his time, or up on his time, sorry, in Sector 1. Yellow flags in Sector 1, I believe this car's getting out of the way.
Yeah, there was a topic getting out of the way.
The racing point.
It's quite close between the tops. The top 6 are separated between, what, 5-6 tenths? I mean...
Alsan A has retired for the session in Sector 1. So is that Alsan not able to continue his lap? Or is that Alsan with terminal damage? If you could just check race director for me, please, Mr. Bundy.
I will check right now.
So, Badger through the final corner.
Does not say anything.
Oh, that'll be why.
He's left the session.
Retired and left. That might be a reason as Badger goes up to 10th. It might be an external live issue. Remember, live text pressing over anything in the racing. Why the Billy going slowly on his out lap now? Or on his lap? He must have had an accident, but he looks okay. Sector 3, we have yellow flags. You can find someone in Sector 3. Sector 1, we have yellow flags.
Yellow flag. Oh, there's a Ferrari who's lost a bit of front wing. That's Badger.
Yeah,
Badger's lost his front wing.
Yeah, it looks to be. Yeah, that's an end plate. That looks incredibly sick as we come into the last 4 minutes. Here's Hegloof on a charge now. No contact there between him and Topics. Or might have been Dr. Special Energy as he comes out onto his out lap. What can Hegloof get up to in the Red Bull, keeping an eye on him? Red Bull's numbers and Toro Rosso numbers are both the most pointless things on planet Earth.
We can't see them, can you?
No, you can't. It's Toro Rosso, you can just make it out unless you look at the engine cover, but Red Bull, they have all that space at the front and they don't want to put anything there. Absolutely silly.
And on the engine cover, they're slightly crooked.
I mean, the thing with the engine cover, it's always going to be a bit different because they can put bumps and all that there, and they can mess about with it. But on the nose, there shouldn't be anything, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And especially with Red Bull, they actually have that spot that they could put the numbers in. But I don't know if it's size-related issues where Red Bull want to put it there, but with the sizing the FIA have mandated, they're not allowed to do. If you know what I mean.
Psychomich up to 9th.
Psychomich looking strong in the Haas. Haas had a good car in Australia this year in 2019 of Formula 1. Shall we see what Hegloof can do as he comes up through the final corner? Does he improve on his lap time? DRS opening as he charges towards the line. Sector 3, we have a yellow flag. Can Hegloof improve? It is. It's P2 right now. Hegloof's definitely come out to play today as Topics on his lap time is 15 seconds down. drivers have come to play today, haven't they? I know it's first day of school and all that, and they want to turn up and just do well. But crikey, guys are going like it's the last race of the season. Take the 2 yellow flags.
I think it's Hegnorth is off the circuit. He's just still trying to stay out the way of. I think that's Dr. Special Energy.
Dr. Special Energy swapping from Haas to the Racing Point this year. So his Special Energy was not the rich energy as we so theorised all season long last season. It's actually BWT water, which is fantastic.
Wide load Billy up to P9 on the medium tyres.
That's a fantastic lap time, and that could cost him well in the race after 2 laps on those tyres. Here is Blood and Sands, the number 15, McLaren, one of 2 Scotsmen in the McLaren team this year. It's not David Coulthard, it is Blood and Sands. Didn't appear last season due to internet issues. DRS Open now as he returns to SFR, charging towards the line. Where can he go? He goes P7. I raced against Blood and Sands through most of my first part of my SFR career, and it was fun to see. It's fun to see him up there.
Looks like Psychomich and GA's qualifying is over.
1 minute to go. Wide low Billy looks to be out of qualifying as well. Trainman might be getting... I think he will make it to the end. He is up at the far end of the circuit in his Ferrari. Here's the Mercedes now of Ollie. Sorry to interrupt you. Crossing the line, and he goes P5. An improvement, but no change in his position. Langfell in the Red Bull, crossing the line as well. 16 seconds down in his time, so he's improving. This is crunch time now as Friedrich goes to try and set his lap time. Mike, this is when the pressure actually gets the drivers, isn't it?
Luke Beck 2 tenths up in the first sector.
Just Mikey in the Alfa Romeo is just passing his teammate Wide Low Billy as he comes towards the line. 30 seconds left. Mikey luckily not getting into any contact with his teammate, heading up towards the line in the Alfa Romeo Salva. DRS Open, where can Mikey go? He goes P13. Who were you looking at just then?
I'm looking at Luke Beck. He's come around the final couple of corners right now.
Oh, Billy has retired. Where is Luke? What's he driving? Oh, he's driving out Renault. Completely couldn't read. DRS
comes down the pit straight.
Crossing the line. It's fastest. It's fastest for Luke Beck. That came out of nowhere, right at the end of qualifying. He's got to hope that something befalls the drivers on their way now. Hegluth cannot improve either. It will not be pole position for the Norwegian.
Trainman's on a lap.
And so is two topics.
Two tenths down on his middle sector time.
Friedrich's P5. Here comes Topics now, the 22 car. DRS Open on the Racing Point. Will he steal back from Renault what they stole from him? He's about to cross the line. No! It's down on his lap time. Here's Trainman. It's Oggy. What can he do in the Ferrari? Mike Bundy, take us through this.
As he comes through the final corner, DRS Open, powers towards the line, and it's P2. It's P2. It looks to be Luke Beck on pole position. We're waiting on Dr. Special Energy. There's a few moving around. Blood and Sands to P9. Langfell is in P10 right now, unless Dr. Special Energy can improve. Just Mikey also on a lap time right now as he comes through towards the final corner. Mikey's backed out.
Dr. Special Energy. All eyes rest on the BWT man in the Stroll machine. Strolling through the corners now. They should have called it the Stroll machine, but it's over.
Oh, he's pitted.
So our first pole position man of season 5 is Luke Beck. And that's a definite gauntlet being thrown down for the Renault driver. He's been at that team for 2 years, and now he's ready to challenge. No, he wasn't at the team last year, was he?
He was at the Racing Point last season.
They did I do apologise. He's been
Force India.
He was at Force India last year. Renault are now up there at the top of it as they were last season. They battled with Williams hard. No Williams have been signed for this season, but Luke Beck, 31 or 37. I think it's 31. Let's have a look. That's very misleading. I think it's 31. The 31 car up there.
So first blood in the Luke Beck Psychomich battle goes to Luke Beck.
It definitely does. And Psychomich way down. Ferrari English. Oh, okay. So here's the grid. By 96 thousandths of a second, Luke Beck takes pole position from the Swedish driver, Oggy. Then Hegloof is in P3 and Topic is in P4. Friedrich is in P6 and Ollie is in P7. Centre Crumpets is in P8. Blood and Sons is in P9. Badger is in P10 and Langfell is in P10 on debut. Wide Load Billy outside of the point, outside of the top 10 and with free tyre choice. Wide Load Billy is in P11. Dot Special Energy is in P12. Psychomix is in P13. GA is in P14. Just Mikey is in P15. Alsan A is in P16, though we don't believe he'll be making the start of the race.
Interestingly, Scented Crumpets has done his lap on the mediums. It's P7. So he could potentially pull off. I'm not sure what the tyre strategy is. I'm guessing it's a one stop for mediums, some hards.
See,
I'm guessing
I've been looking at it. God, colours also bring up what you said there. I've been looking at it, and apparently the game does not believe that the medium strategy is faster than the soft strategy. So the softs to hards is actually faster, apparently.
I suppose you're going faster on the soft tyres, aren't you?
It's a difficult situation. The game obviously is reluctant to let you pick that strategy. I often do. It's only a 1/10 difference, but obviously 1/10 can be made up in many ways. Safety car, full course yellow, anything. So this is going to get exciting. We're not going to get to see the drivers on track as they pick their notifications, so we'll get thrown straight into the formation lap. Mike, there's now 15 drivers on track. You've made it through the private testing. You've made it up to race day. How are you feeling at this point? Do you remember your debut in SFR?
Not really. I don't really. You put me on the spot there. What was my debut? Monza, yeah. I was super nervous because obviously you want to keep your nose clean on your first outing. You don't want to cause any issues as a Ferrari goes flying into the wall.
Hello, Billy. Hello, Cadwell. How are you guys, how are you gentlemen doing? When I first joined SFR all those centuries ago, it was at Austria in season 1. I drove the Force India. Back on the 2017 game, I know.
Didn't you get your podium in the first race?
I got 3rd place in the first race, but it was touch and go. There was like less than a tenth behind because I had 6 seconds worth of penalties. I'd got damage on lap 1, and I'd been running the medium tyres ever since, and then it started raining. But as it started raining, someone switched onto the intermediate tyres too early, and then that caused them to be slow. I broke my front wing on them on the final lap in the middle sector of Austria, and I was ready and raring to go over to Scotland and kill this guy. It wasn't Blood and Sons. It wasn't a Scottish driver on the grid now. It was an older Scottish driver. I was ready to go up there and I was going to kill him for costing me a podium. It was more harsh in Silverstone, where I should have got my first win, but Decadent decided... No, not Decadent. There was Decadent took the win, but then there was an accident later on between 3 drivers. The same driver as I made contact with in Australia, and in Austria, and another driver, which cost me my first win. I was in 2nd place the whole way through, and I was ready to I was faster. I should have won that race, but I then got a podium again in Spa, and that is my consistent in the main series, the F1. Credentials and why Ferrari signed me, barring the fact that I also classic champion and I've won races in their cars before.
Just a quick note. The sun is very low on this track. It's almost like sunset.
It is. This is looking.
It's going to be difficult in the final sector with that sun.
Nonetheless, though, we'll see what these drivers can do. 29 laps of racing here. And we're getting ready. There are the lights, and there are the 5 red lights. Season 5 for GP3 is... And there's a jump start for Topic straight away. And he's gone. He's gone way before everyone else. He should really drop back and hand those positions back. But Topic is leading now into turn 1. There's a McLaren and then Mercedes going side by side.
Luke Beck's on the grass. Luke Beck's on the grass.
Luke Beck on the grass. He's now P4. He's dropping down in order. P5 if he's not careful, with Friedrich on the inside. On the inside of the Red Bull. Already the pole position straight there. Battling his way back. Saying, not today, son. You're getting out of my way.
Round the outside. What a move.
Oggy is our net race leader because Topics has a drive-through penalty. He jumped that start tremendously. He should really drop back and let the driver through, but he has not. Cindy Crumpets on the back of Hegloof now. looking to pass a Heglu. He's at the fantastic start. He's coming back at Luke Beck down the inside early doors for the dive bombs from the Norwegian. And everyone filtering through onto the second sector now. What a fantastic start to the race already. And drivers battling through. Mike Bundy, shout if you see anything as we're watching Heglu get closer and goes, yellow flags are green. No, it's Heglu. Heglu in the barrier. Topics out.
Topics out. And Heglu.
Mercedes 2.
Someone else is there's a Mercedes.
3 cars out of 1 corner. Is this the side of a safety car?
Safety car. Come on, safety car.
Yellow flag still waving. There is no safety car. Heglu is going to be killing himself.
But that corner last season claimed so many victims.
It did. There was a fair few in there, including a Racing Point or a Force India. Friedrich's on the inside. On Centre Crumpets coming back at him. Centre Crumpets, though, is in the best position. Look at that on the medium compound of tyres.
Don't discount wide low Billy as well, up to P6 already on the medium tyres as well.
An early accident for Langfell has given him a trip to the pit lane. So our leader now is Augie Trainman ahead of Luke Beck by 1.7 seconds. Heglu leaving the session, the Norwegian driver, is so upset. He had such pace today, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean he showed great pace and quality.
Dr. Special Energy.
That's the issue. That's the issue. You have great pace and quality, and then first lap of the race, you just gotta take it a little bit conservative.
He really did. It wasn't his fault. Friedrich coming through here, and he's made a mistake. Friedrich spinning as well in the ass. Can he catch the car? He is catching the car. Oh my goodness me, how he did not wreck that car. Car control to Friedrich there. Big JB award there. That's a new thing I'm doing, by the way. JB Awards. Dot Speciality hunting down Psychomich. And, oh, there's been a little bit of a tussle there as just Mikey chucks it on the inside of Friedrich. And Friedrich's able to get the power on and try and push himself around. Friedrich looking very comfortable. DRS enabled now on Steve.
Trainman is just going away.
Not anymore. Look at Luke Beck.
Luke Beck. Catching him up.
Friedrich covering the inside. Oh, that's questionable. One side then the other. It may have been a double move there, but he seems to be okay. And just Mikey not to be affected too hard of it. As here comes Mike once more. He doesn't choose to make a move yet. And Dr. Special Energy following Psychomich now. The 72 car hunting down for 22 Haas. 20 to Haas. What time's that? Topic's leaving the session. He's going to be absolutely furious with himself. A jump start and a crash on lap 1 when he was on his own. That's unfortunate. Dr. Special Energy with the power now. Psychomich a double move as he tries to force himself to stay ahead of the Racing Point. The Racing Point has to bail out the move because the Haas has to make many moves. That's really poor. Come on, I've got to improve that.
Something must have happened at the start for Langfell as well.
I think he got caught up in an incident.
He must have got damage.
He did pit, yes. DRS open now on Dot Special Energy. Dot Special Energy pulling around the outside, trying to pass his whole team. You took his car. Oh, sorry, they were all teammates last season. Try to remember my actual SFR facts as Friedrich gets. Whoa! There's
down the inside. Oh. And the Ferrari of Badgers getting involved saying, hello, I'm here to play.
He really is. I love how we infect people and they do that now. DRS open now on Badger as Gary tries to control his car. DRS opening, he's pushing, he's faster. He knows he's quicker than the Haas.
Down the inside. DRS is going to be so powerful this season with the new rear wings.
That's absolutely fine. That's fine, William. That's absolutely fine, mate. We all make mistakes. Don't feel bad. You are a rookie to SFR. Things will come to you soon. Friedrich now trying to hunt down Mikey as best he can. Mikey big slide in the Alfa Romeo, clipping that inside curve. That curve's still as slippy as possible in the F1 games. Friedrich, though, looking to pass Mikey sooner. Friedrich, he's had a bad first stint of this race.
Well, he had a good first lap, and then somehow pulled off that miracle save. He's all over the place though. He's got obviously
Set to free
tyres of red
It's
hot.
Orange Train Man!
Oh,
It's
Train Man!
Orange Train Man! It's Oggy! He's made a mistake. Orange Train Man. There looks to be a chunk of car there, but it looks to be belonging to a Mercedes rather than a Ferrari. That Ferrari does not have damage, but his teammate's right there. Does he let his teammate through? He's gonna have to because Badger's not letting him. And the Ferrari's tussling through, and now it's on Psychomix to get through too.
I think he's got slight wing damage, mate.
There's some damage on that Ferrari. Yeah, there's something definitely wrong. Look at the Alfa Romeo getting so close to him. There's a lot of lag though. DRS opening, and now Dudok Special Energy is the fastest man on track. And Oggy is getting closer and closer. I love that name. Oggy used to be so fun to say all season long. Crossing the line, he's close. He's close. There's a lot of lag off Train Man.
Ooh, Wide Low Billy was having a look down the inside of Blood and Sands there. He was having a little look.
Friedrich, look at this. Friedrich's close as well. I love that. I'm sorry, Friedrich's one of my favourite names. He's getting close as well. They're all catching. Badger as well. Is there a mistake from Badger in the Ferrari? What a tussle. This is all the way from 6th down to 11th place. This is the type of racing we're getting used to in Formula 1. And this is the type of racing that SFR has been providing for so long. As Friedrich gets closer and closer to the back of Mikey. He's got the run now.
At the moment seems to be losing a position, gaining a position, losing a position.
Side by side is his game. And then you make a mistake. It's Train Man. It's a racing point. It's Doc Special Energy.
And Train Man's round.
Train Man and Doc Special Energy have had a mare. An absolute mare. Here's Billy. He's close to Blood and Sands. What is this? This shows how fantastic.
Look at the first position. St. Crumpets is less than a second away now.
Billy's off the track! He's back on the track now on the straight. Sorry to interrupt you, DRS open. He's got the run, trying to get past the McLaren as quickly as possible. I just can't take my eyes off this. I love GP3 so much. Blood and Sands making a mistake.
Train Man's going very slow.
Keep an eye on that for me, Mike, will you? As they're all getting closer and closer. Billy. Yeah, he's made the move stick. Let's have a look at Train Man. Train Man into pit lane. Pitting.
His tyres must be absolutely wrecked.
They must be cooked, I think is a more accurate translation there. What was it? Ted Kravitz tried that thing of putting an egg, see if he can cook an egg on a tyre, didn't he? Now the Hats boys going at it. There's a lot of lag in the lobby right now, but it's alright. I don't think it's anyone's connection-wise. I think it's just the natural laggy stage of the game. Psychomix making a mistake. Here comes Friedrich on his teammate. Luckily, these Haas drivers shouldn't make a mistake. They're both number 22. That's going to get awkward in the press conferences. And there it is. Friedrich makes the move there. Psychomix knowing that he couldn't keep hold of that position. But Friedrich's making a mistake. Friedrich out of the race. A big accident for Friedrich, the rookie driver in the Haas. Making a mistake. Again, this track is so slippy. And look back. Losing a position.
Chase for the lead.
St. Crumpets into the lead with the medium compound of tyres on his car. But look back with some amazing straight line speed. It's coming back at him. What is this race?
We're only 7 laps in.
I know, it's fantastic. I've got to commentate on Thursday. I'd really appreciate it if you guys didn't break my voice. Then we all try. Just Mikey trying his way on Psychomix now as the yellow flags disappear. Was that Orange struggling? Orange. Oggy on the hard side. Now, that's going to get really confusing. GA attacking.
No, I don't know what that yellow flag was for.
GA attacking as best he can. The race. Luke Beck's doing some great things with that car, even though he doesn't have DRS. Look at how close he is.
The tyres must be starting to go on those super soft then. Those soft tyres must be starting to wear quite badly right now.
They must be being grain badly as well. On board with Just Mikey as he hunts down Psychomix. Let me take a sip of my coffee. Oh,
he's got no ERS left, Luke hasn't.
I can't see the ERS on my boards.
Oh, I've got the telemetry up, mate.
I don't bring the telemetry up. So Mike Bundy with telemetry will let us know little things about drivers, because he's got the heads-up display on, versus just Mikey. I did ruin that completely, because I said the wrong name. Luke Beck, though, closer than ever, but I think he's going to have to bail into pit lane soon if he wants to go for the lead of the race. As Badger is the first man to pit under green flag conditions, DRS opening, and Sajkovic is going to be under pressure from Mikey sooner rather than later. Mikey, he gets close right
to the
braking zone.
There's a great little battle going on here. There's a great little battle with 3 cars all within a second of each other. Sajkovic, just Mikey, and GA.
3 very different teams as well.
No, they're all the midfield teams in Real F1. And they're all in the midfield.
To be fair, Williams are in the midfield now because they got a point. Just Mikey.
Williams aren't even here. They've decided not to turn up.
No, we didn't have a Williams driver sign up for this event, so we will get Williams driver in hopefully soon in SFR GP3, because they are obviously the reigning drivers champion. They had the reigning driver champion in that car. Now Sajkovic has made a mistake. His rear tyres are not looking healthy whatsoever. I don't think Luke Beck's are either. Look at that, a 1.4 second gap now. Just Mikey, he's got to make the move stick. Just Mikey's had a better run. That was a little bit naughty for Sajkovic there. Just lifted off just to make Mikey squirm. DRS hunting down on the Haas.
It could have been 3 wide there on the straight.
He sat there right in the middle of the track, and God, it's annoying Mikey, isn't it? On board with GA here in the McLaren, as Luke Beck does in fact pit. Sajkovic though, he's made a mistake and he bails. He's not bailing into pit lane. DRS opening on one car.
It's going to be a sit and duck to GA here.
GA looking to the inside of the track. He's looking to make a move, a long move, and he has worked. And no, it's not.
He's got a penalty.
I think he should hand that back in fairness, doesn't he? He did cut the course to make the overtake.
They say you cut the course.
Can I get a pace gained? We don't have very interesting lives.
And I just want to point out, the 2 medium runners are now first and second, and Sentic Kravitz is, I think, in prime position here to win.
The GP2 driver that moved to GP3 this season, he is in a good position. On board with him now as he comes through the chicane. He knows how to race. He knows how to drive. And he's looking very excited. That camera angle looks amazing. Which one?
That one where you watch the fast chicane off board. There's like a camera that sits just off the track, and you see them go through the corner. Yeah, just seen that now on board with GA. What can the McLaren do? He's round! He's round!
Dog Special Energy struggling in the racing point.
Spin that.
And he's not got any damage on the wing.
No, he managed to stop right in the middle of the track, so got no damage.
Badger now attacking Blood and Sands. DRS open.
His tyres are gone.
Which one?
Dr. Special Energy, his tyres are gone. He nearly spun on the next
corner.
GA
down the inside, trying to go down the inside of Mikey, but he chooses not to. He chooses to bail back out of the 96 car. Here's Langfell passing Dr. Special Energy as he pulls into pit lane. Gives Langfell some air time as he powers down towards the straight with DRS. This is a phenomenal race already.
Badger's closing in on Blood and Sands.
3 attempts in the separation between 2 of the old guard of SFR. And they're still going at it. These guys just don't know when to stop racing, do they? He's missed his braking point there. Almost wiping out the McLaren. Oh my goodness me. Badger showing what he can do on the brakes, knowing that he had to downshift very quickly or he was going to impale the guys from Woking.
Just Mikey smashed into the wall.
And GA, he's getting closer. The Scotsman can sense
putting
blood.
The pressure on.
He can sense that salva's not very strong in certain areas, can't he?
Oh, it's not the salva anymore, mate. Come on.
No, the Alfa Romeo. It still looks out of a salva base, so I'll still call it the salva. It's still Swiss to me.
Wildlow Billy's going quite well here. He's closed in about 1.5 seconds.
Is he closing in, or has as GA? This will be a battle in pit lane. We will actually watch this now as GA pulls into pit lane behind Mikey. This is now a battle of who's faster in the pit stop. And GA with a time penalty. I caught an eye on that, and it was just 1 mile an hour higher. Now we'll see who's faster. Is it the McLaren boys, or is it the Alfa Romeo team? The Alfa Romeo get the wheels
Different
on.
tyres.
It's the McLaren! No, it's not!
No, it's not.
Different tyre choices, though. I wonder if Centre Crumpets is tyre saving right now.
Can the mediums make it to the end? Can the mediums really make it to the end from lap 11?
Where are we now?
That's going to be some
very difficult.
It's going to be some feat if Mikey can make them to the end, take them to the end.
Luke Beck is now
as
in P4.
is Dr. Special Energy.
Yes, these two drivers will have to really tyre save if they want to make it to the end of the race. Luke Beck on the back of Sykomich now, looking to pass him as soon as possible. Luke Beck is on the fastest set of tyres.
The rivals.
God Colours pointing out it's going to be close between Luke Beck and Centre Crumpets on pit exit. It really will be. Obviously, Centre Crumpets will have fresher tyres, but can he outdrive?
Luke Beck's got to try and get past. He's got to get past Sykomich first, really, if he wants to think about jumping Centre Crumpets.
I think Sykomich will pit this lap. If he doesn't, Sykomich will let him through on the straight, because, you know, look at that, again, he's struggling. I think we'll see, Sykomich into pit lane now. So Luke Beck released into P3 with DRS to boot. That Renault looking incredibly stable as it did last season. Did you just yell stop?
Yeah, I always get nervous when watching people go in the pits.
Haas pitting now.
I can't really say
Drop
much.
Him and he goes. Yeah, USA.
I've sped in the pit lane on the pre-season test, so...
I haven't sped in the pit lane for so long now.
There's Badger's got front wing damage. Badger's got front wing damage somewhere.
Damage on that. Here's Trainman under pressure for Doc Special Energy. Lots of lag off Trainman. Doc Special Energy is not going to enjoy that, but Doc Special Energy is the fastest man on track. Here comes the 72 car down the inside of a 93, and he does get the move stick.
Let's not forget as well, this will be the first... Oh, there's a Ferrari! There's a Blood and Sands in the wall!
Blood and Sands with damage has got to get off the racing line. He's going to be absolutely ruining himself there. As Trainman's on the attack now to try and pass the racing point. They're racing many points now in Formula 1 rather than racing no points.
As I was saying, this is the first season, obviously, that we're using the fastest lap point.
Yes. Does it show up on Centre Crumpets in? Does that show? Does that show up on the board at the results at the end of the race?
I don't think so.
Centre Crumpets is now out of pit lane. This is going to. I think Centre Crumpets is going to still be in front of Luke Beck. Here comes Luke Beck now, charging down the pit. He is still ahead.
But he's going to be. It's going to be close on exit.
Charging through, Luke Beck at speed is going to be really close to the back of the Toro Rosso. No DRS to play with either. He has to make the move stick soon. He's not going to send it. No, he's smarter than that.
Enough. But the tyres will take a little while to heat up, these hard tyres.
They will.
Luke Beck's got to do the move this lap.
And look at that. Oh, he's wide! Oh! The Renault has hunted as best it can, but the Toro Rosso tyres are now up to temperature, and I think this is going to be a big ask now for Luke Beck to get through him and pass him now.
Billy with a penalty.
This could come down to those fabled word penalties now, as we look at GA now trying to attack Sykomich once more. What a fantastic race. 13 laps in out of 29. And 3 Dick leaving the session. Obviously an upset on debut to not be here on track. Luke Beck now with the chance at overtaking. He'll have DRS this time round for the 31. But can the 69 stay in front? Oh, he's deep! Billy is going to be lapped. No, he's not. He's going to lose the lead on the race.
In the lead.
Dude, excuse me, I completely forgot that. I look at that. Centre Crumpets has got some straight line speed in that car, and it's phenomenal. I think Luke Beck making that mistake has cost him. He's got to take a second just to reanimate his brain and understand that he isn't going to get past him by making mistakes. Langfell now to P3.
Langfell's jumped. I suppose Langfell went and pitted quite early, didn't he?
He pitted on lap 1. So I wonder if he's going to pit again. Once more.
I suspect he'll probably try and go as long as possible and then run the soft tyre. And try and get fastest lap.
Trainman looking to attack Dr. Special Energy. Whoa, big lag spike there from Trainman. May have to have a note there to ask him to improve his internet connection because that was incredibly difficult. I do apologise for seeing that on stream. He's trying to attack Doc Special Energy now going down the inside. And there's a lot of contact there as they bash their way through. And Doc Special Energy not giving up his round. Now, was that a little bit malicious from Trainman, or was that lag? Is the question.
No, I think that was just. It's just the nature of that corner. It tightens up on the entry.
It's like
it's very difficult to get two.
Isn't it, at Silverstone?
Yeah, it's very difficult to get two cars through there side by side.
So it's not Beckett. Sorry, it's Brooklands at Silverstone. What am I about?
The problem is, JB, we're watching it on the stream. We don't know what's happening actually on their screens. I mean, the spectator mode is sometimes like a vegetable.
It is sometimes, but at the same time, it's remarkably stable with some drivers, which I'm very happy with because it's not as bad as last year, and we're not getting those silly little screen freezes we had last year in spectator cam. So, where are we now? We are about 15 laps from the end of this race, and GA is on the hunt to try and go for a top 6 finishing position. Let's have a look, though, at our leaders there. Luke Beck and Cintiq Crumpets in P1 and P2. Langfeld is in P3, and Widelow Billy is in P4, ahead of his teammate in P5. Alfa Romeo going strong today. Psychomate is in P6, GA is in P7, and Trainman is in P8, though lagging around as best he can to get through towards P7. Doc Special Energy, after a heavy spin, last lap is in P9, and the final points pay position is Badger in P10. Outside of the points is currently Blood and Sands. Drivers that will not make it, Blood and Sands have the fastest lap of the race, but he will not get the point if he's not in the top 10. Drivers that will not make it to the checkered flag tonight: Friedrich, Ollie, Heglup, and Topic, there we go, who will not make it to the line there. I do apologise, I'm trying to re-broke my brain because I had it as Tupac in my head. But yeah. Now, Dr. Special Energy on the attack now, trying to get past the Ferrari that was involved in his spin last lap. Mike Bundy, take us through this.
Yeah, he's come through the DRS zone, so there'll be but the problem is, and is Trainman going down the inside of GA?
That's difficult. He's around.
Is he? Oh,
this lag.
Oh, I don't know what's going on.
This lag is horrendous. But Doc Special is ahead, and he's spun around. He returned the favour. I think the stewards will take a dim view of that and just go, well, you did it to him last lap, so he just returned it last time.
Yeah, there's a lot of lag going on. There's a lot of lag going on. And Doc Special Energy's now got a run on GA.
GA was probably looking at that thinking, what on earth's going on there?
Is Dr. Special Energy running no ABS? Because he's locking up on my screen.
Let's have a look into this corner. Did he lock up for you? Badger's busting on the track?
No, he didn't lock up for me though.
Well, we're going to be on board with these guys for a while, so we'll have a look. There are certain points of this track you look at more than other points, normally at the hairpins. Look at that, GA is so much quicker through here. I think Dr. Special Energy has got a sacrificed cornering speed for straight line speed, which is difficult at this track because it is so tight. It's more like a Formula E track, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh,
it's the
GA
closest
wide.
I think. Barring Monaco, this is the closest we got to a Formula E track.
Oh, here we go, JB. Here we go.
I don't think he'll make the move yet. Not yet.
No, he'll get DRS though through this section. Oh well, GA's
had to lift
off enormous amount of speed through that corner.
But look at that, Doc. It's getting still closer and closer. It's not Doc Holliday, it is GA, and they're both being dragged closer and closer to Psychomich. Lag again there, a big lag spike as the 72 gets closer to it. The winged helmet of Dr. Special Energy. He's looking to pass
Always
him.
Wide again.
But so's GA. And they're both running up onto the grass. Their DRS open. Who's got the grunt? Is it McLaren? Is it Racing Point? GA pulls to the inside early. Dr. Special Energy, again, he's moving a little bit there, which might draw the attention of the stewards. I'm not sure yet. Don't know where the steward stands. Wide low belly though, on the back of Langfeld. We'll have a look at that in a second.
Round the outside. No.
Creak is the sound that we'll hear from Mike Bundy there, rather than any false words. How did Doc Special Energy not crash that car? Oh my goodness me, these guys are so much better than us, Mike.
Speak for yourself, mate.
As if I was answered to Kubica. How many times have I mentioned that? He's 30 with the track limits at this point. He's getting annoyed. He hates that little husky, or I think it's husky, yeah, chocolate sponsor on the back of that wing. Yeah. I want to try that chocolate.
Not around the outside. Oh, no. He's backed out of the outside move there. Thought better of that.
Here's Billy. He's going to have a run. Langfeld struggling on those 15-lap old tyres. Here comes Billy, the 30 car. It's not Jolyon Palmer. It is Billy. He's got DRS open. And Doc Special Energy within a tenth of the lap. But he's been forced out wide. Something happened there that we don't know about. The Alfa Romeo trying to get close and to split the Red Bull and push him into fourth place. Battles all over the place here in GP3. Just what I saw last season. Just what I hope to see again this season. What a fantastic race.
Scented Crumpets with a time penalty that could affect the end result.
Down the inside comes Dog Special Energy. He is making a move. There's contact though as GA turns into him. Dog Special Energy was there, and GA has to give up the position. Lee now has said that the Husky chocolate tastes like sick. Don't try it. I might try it. To be honest, I'm going to buy a couple of F1 t-shirts tonight, I think. I might buy Toro Rosso and Williams. The white Williams t-shirt, though. I quite like the white versus the black. But everyone knows I love Williams. Anyway, DRS open on Billy's car as he gets closer to Alfa Romeo, looking fantastic. Oh, he's flirting with the dive films. And Langfeld, the Norwegian driver, soaking up the pressure like a veteran driver on this track.
Just trying to fill his mirrors, JB. Trying to fill his mirrors. Yeah.
Fill his millers.
Fill his millers.
DRS open with 11 laps to go. Langfeld is still in P3. Remember, he was last at lap 1. But here we go. Billy down the inside should be a simple move. And it is, after all, the Alfa Romeo. But can the Red Bull come back at him? DRS is going to open on Billy's car versus Langfeld's car. One more lap is what he'll be thinking, and I'll get you again.
That there epitomises the problem with F1. Someone passes you to turn 1 and then they get DRS because they passed you.
It is the DRS detection zone. They need more DRS detection zones, but I think it might mess with the software. Oh dear. Hashtag give F1 attack mode.
Looking at the time where the gaps, I think Langfeld is going to come out in around P8 or 9 because there's a bit of a gap.
Now, on that though, here's Luke Beck. He's done a few more laps on these tyres than Scented Crumpets. Scented Crumpets has that 3-second time penalty. Is Luke now just going to manage, be within 3 seconds of him, or is he going to go for the win on track?
Not if he runs wide like he just did. He just ran a bit wide there and he's lost in one corner there.
A little bit more. Oh, fighting hard. Doc Special Energy. What has he been drinking? Did he wake up and have his porridge in the morning? Has he grown a beard? Is he secretly vouch you Bottas? Because look at the speed. No, he is running no ABS. Look at the lockup. The slight lockup there. What a fantastic guy.
He's had his Cheerios this morning.
I think he's grown a beard. I think he's secretly grown a beard. He hasn't told me about the Bottas beard.
Dr. Special Energy 2.0.
Oh, he's white though. Oh, okay, but maybe the beard's more a bit of bum fluff then.
I think that was dirty air, JB, because the dirty air effect on this game is phenomenal. Yeah, phenomenal.
DRS opening now on the Racing Point, charging after Haas.
Just Mikey.
Yeah, again, it seems so weird to say that drivers that are battling hard actually are still catching up to drivers in front. This is so weird to say.
It's a psychological thing. I always find if I can see a car in front, that makes me go faster. If I can't see someone. Oh, double lock up! Double lock up.
It's probably a little bit too late. Of course we're doing podium interviews, God, because we always do podium interviews. Every division gets a podium interview, provided as long as the streamer can do it.
And he's wide in the next corner.
On the rare occasion I can't do a podium interview, that's purely because I have reached a point where I feel very unwell. But to be honest, I've done podium interviews and I've been basically unable to talk. So, yeah, I'm a nutter. Here's our leader, Scented Crumpets, on his 21st lap of the track. Toro Rosso.
Langfeld's in.
Let's have a look at Red Bull.
Oh, and he's done for speeding in the. Oh.
Do you know why English motorways have a speed limit? Or do you know who caused the English motorways to have a speed limit?
No.
AC Cobra. They built the AC Cobra in I think it was the 60s, and
Didn't they say that on Top Gear or something?
Yeah, I think so. It was somewhere I watched it, and they went as Langfeld gets a time penalty because in turn 1.
That's 8 seconds of penalties there.
That's very, very harsh for that. But AC Cobra went down the M1, the standard one that was that had that before Shelby got hold of it. In America, it did 180 miles an hour on the M1. That was before they put a V8 in it. And Jimmy Broadbent said it. That's who said it, not Top Gear. So, Train Man now trying to pass GA, trying to go around the outside, then dumping him to the inside. This is not an overtaking zone, but he's going to try anyway, and the Ferrari gets touched. But I don't know if he spun on some screen, but he is now further back, and Langfeld on fresh tyres is now going to be showing Dr. Special Energy what real pace is with that Honda engine. That is getting close to being the second best engine of the field in Formula 1, isn't it?
Yeah.
Train Man's out! Train Man is out! And he's lost it. We saw he got a time penalty, and he slid off into the wall. And again, rookie driver's been caught up by that, and it's fine though. Langfeld, though, is going to get a chance of passing Dr. Special Energy, and he does a little bit. DRS open on the Red Bull, charging up towards the line.
That's some great straight line speed from the Red Bull there.
And I just got a message from Ralph Bosch on, okay? And he just replied, hello. I do apologise. Just slight moment while I hold my breath as a Formula 2 driver texts me.
to check out the stream?
Mate, that's pushing it a little bit far. That's pushing it a bit far with my conversations with Mr. Boschong. I might have a little cry later.
Langfeld's already on the back of Psycho Mitch. Oh, there's contact!
Okay, Langfeld that's his charge over though. And I think that's a racing into there because Langfeld was trying to overtake in places where you can't really overtake. And that's very close to the back of the Haas.
You say that, he's still on the back of him.
Oh, he's got fresher tyres. The Haas has got to move. We know that Haas is on worn tyres. Oh, look at the fantastic damaged car. Is that not Max Verstappen in that car? And here comes Dr. Special Energy going to pass the Haas. The Haas wiggling a bit naughty. He's very angry this race, isn't he?
This is the opportunity that Dr. Special Energy was looking for.
Lee's saying that he thinks it was the Jag E-Type. I'm sure it's the AC Cobra. I'm sure it's one of the reasons why we have the motorway speed limits. The amount of people that are going to think I'm completely lying about the fact that Bosch on text me. Okay, let me just clear this up. I'm not friends with Ralph Boschon. I'm not. I text him on occasion on Instagram, not expecting him to reply. Just giving him a bit of support in his Formula 2 career because he had a bit of a bad turn recently.
JV's his new driver coach.
I told him to get it. I said, look, mate, I love your helmet. Get that safety helmet back on TV. I'm gonna get in so much trouble. Topics had a quick Google. It was the Cobra GT. Thank you, Topics. I am right. Thank you.
Langfeld's good. Oh, Langfeld down the inside.
How is this man driving with wing damage? This is not legal. What have Honda given us this year? Last night, the American branded
Special Energy down the inside of the fast chicane.
There are some people on this track that have got rockets in their cars. I hope we get these cars next. Actually, to be fair, I hope I don't get this division's Ferrari tomorrow.
Probably be raining tomorrow. Actually, no, it rained for Prem division because it's just always the way.
Lap 24 out of 29 now as we head towards the final stages of it.
I think this is scented crumpets to lose now. He's got out of the 3-second time penalty window he needed.
I think that's just out the tyres. Look at Luke's tyres. Badger has had the move made by Blood and Sands.
Is Luke going to be able to make it to the end? He's got another 5 laps to go on these tyres. That's going to be 20 laps.
Close. I think Luke, nonetheless, is going to be happy with P2. Centre Crumpets is going to be on P1 if the race finished like this. And I think the highest commendation will go to any topics right now. Who was last at turn 1 on lap 1, and now he's got a gap of 22 seconds though. He has the tyres, but he has that wing damage. Is this going to be a charge for the podium for Langfell? Is it possible, Mike? Seconds 1 and 2, we have a yellow
flag.
It's who is it? I think it was Badger.
I'm looking.
Badger's still got damage.
Got wing damage. No, he's pitted again, so he's got wing damage again. Somewhere.
Mitch,
he's
closer.
Just pick that up.
Again, that far. If you get that far chicane wrong, you're done.
It kills you. It destroys. Well, we've already seen it. We've had what? Everyone that's retired has crashed there.
Oh, to be fair, you haven't retired from SFR yet, so we'll wait till Thursday to see what happens there.
Have I not? Have I not? I can't even remember.
Langfell's killed it on the strategy. He came with a back-to-back to the front. Yeah, it's whether Langfell can actually get to the podium. I think that'd be a fantastic chance, but nonetheless...
He's 22 seconds behind. I don't think so, JV.
Well, we've seen rarer things happen in Formula 1. But Langfell has done a fantastic job on strategy, maybe a little bit longer, and without that wing damage, he could have got there. Badger into pit lane. Gonna go for fastest lap, I think, this lap. And we'll see what happens. Mike Bundy will be sending the invites out for interviews. Remember that, Mike, because you're hosting the party.
That's because some of us turn up on time.
I was fighting my coffee machine because I needed a coffee.
What must be going through Psychovic's head right now? He's seen Langfell and Dr. Special Energy cruise up and just pass Just Mikey like a piece of taking candy from a baby, and he's stuck.
I think the difficulty is tyres. And yet, Dr. Special Energy
has older tyres.
The thing with Dr. Special Energy, though, he followed Langfell through, so he just shot his way through when Mikey was trying to compromise himself after that wash of dirty air from the from the Red Bull. Sorry.
We could have a battle here, JB. Right at the end, Wildlow Billy has cut the gap to not Luke Beck.
I wonder if Luke's going to get close to a petrol puncher. This could... Are we going to see a fat tyre in the first race? I tell you what, I don't know if Mike read it, but I had to deal with a Mustang. Well, I didn't deal with it personally. There was a Mustang that pulled off when I was marshalling this weekend. Last weekend, that had a puncture. It got smacked by second place midway through the race, and he drove with the tyre rubbing against the bodywork to the point that it shredded and he was driving on the rim.
Lovely.
Yeah, I was stood there waving the checker flag for them as they finished the race, rather than going to push it. And I was waving the yellow flag for the other drivers. Yeah, I was doing flagging. Well, I was doing semi-flagging. If you want to know more about my marshalling adventures, don't. They're boring. I've got a horrendously sunburnt nose though. That's the only thing the sunburnt will be this time.
I've got a horrendously sunburnt back of my neck.
We're too right for this, Will.
I was at Japanese car day on Sunday.
Were you? I went karting on Thursday, so that's of course I'll get to Japanese cars for a while. 10 seconds is the gap at the top of the show.
3.8.
3.8. White Bow Billy
to White Bow Billy's catching.
And his Alfa Romeo teammate under pressure from Psychomich. Again, 5 tenths. My general assumption is if they're within 3 tenths coming onto the DRS straight, they're going to get very, very quick, very, very fast. At least that was with the last game. But Psychomich, he's struggling with that one braking zone into the penultimate corner. And that's costing him so much time. 2 tenths, maybe even 3 tenths in a second. Yep, 3 tenths, there it is. Oh, do excuse me.
You're looking for spoilers in the penalties. See who's got penalties.
Are you? Don't tell us,
yes,
because we're close to the end now. We're only a few moments away. As Badger has in fact been lapped. No, he's trying to unlap himself from Centre Crumpets. That almost ended in disaster there, and Centre Crumpets didn't want to let him through. Remember, drivers are totally within their right to unlap themselves as long as it's safe. So if anybody dares...
Did you happen to watch IndyCar on Sunday? Because because they don't have blue flags, it was mental.
No, the thing with IndyCar though, Sector 1 we have a yellow, Sector 2 we have a yellow. I think that's Button Sands.
Oh, it's a McLaren.
It's Button Sands. No, the thing with IndyCar, it's Badger with a time penalty as well. The thing with IndyCar is that there's very much, oh, that hammer shot. It's very much, as we're on the possible lap of the race now, it's, what's the word I'm looking for? Okay, the engine, it's very clicky with the engines, you know? So,
Yeah.
the Chevrolet-powered cars won't let Honda-powered cars through as easily as they would other Chevrolet-powered cars. So almost like how Mercedes played it when Ocon was in Force India. They were very like, just hold him up a little, or let him through. Yeah, it's very much like that. DRS opening on Cyclomich's car as he tries. He's only got a few more tries though on the Alfa Romeo in front. He's getting closer. Why Billy might have just completely destroyed his chance at P2.
Send it.
Cyclomich there, you could have got the run, lad, into this corner.
He compromised his exit by trying to look to the inside.
He's looking now. He's getting bored. He's sick of seeing that cursive Alfa Romeo logo on the back of that wing, isn't he? He's get to the point that he's annoyed. Runs down to the pit lane. Let's have a look. I said to Crumpets,
he's going for fastest lap.
He had no front wing, so I think that.
Well, he's going for fast.
Crumpets just made a mistake.
We can't go for fast lap anyway. It's the last lap.
No, we're not. We're the last lap now.
No, we're not. That's the last lap now. Yeah, boys. Yeah, he's going to be a lap down.
So now Cyclomich powering down to try and catch the Alfa Romeo. He's getting so sick of that car. He really is, isn't he? He's going to be so happy that he never went to Sauber.
Alfa Romeo.
Oh, okay. Good.
I'm surprised we've not been caught out by the tyres, to be honest, because obviously it's soft, medium, and hard instead of super soft.
The advantage is we had half the F1 season to watch already.
Yeah,
so we're used to it. At least we're not going into the stupid, the C1s, the C4, the C17s.
Don't even get me started on
the C95.
The Cs. Don't even get me on the Cs.
I am never going to remember that. They are soft, medium, and hard, and we do not need to know what compounds they are. What we need to know about is this one the fastest one?
1.7 seconds.
Yeah, but he's got that time penalty now, hasn't
he? Yeah, he's gone wide as well. So it's over anyway, I think.
The timing line, though, for Scented Crumpets. He's gone through the danger zone. He's into the final couple of corners. The man who drove phenomenally last season in GP2 but missed out on a few crucial races, struggling hard. In sector 3 there is a yellow flag, but now through the penultimate corner, through the final corner, Scented Crumpets for the first time is going to be a winner in GP3, and Toro Rosso are going to be winners once more. They win as they did last season in Australia, and Renault, they're going to be P2. Luke Beck is going to be a little bit angry.
Great drive.
That
I'd say that was a great drive from Luke Beck. 20 laps on those tyres.
Billy, P2. What B3, what a throwdown there. Three magnificent drivers. Langfell on debut. What could have been without the damage, without the broken front wing, without the difficult race.
Keep an eye on this, JB, because Langfell's got a lot of penalties.
Where's Doc Special Energy going to come then? With penalties, I believe he's going to stay in that one position though. Doc Special Energy is always under pressure from Mikey, but he does finish ahead of Mikey. So Doc Special Energy is P5, and that's it. Onto the podium.
Just a quick one. The yellow flag in sector 3 was a Badger. He lost his front wing again, and I got a trophy.
I got that ages ago.
Just sitting and relaxing.
There it is. Scented Crumpets using a female avatar as I am this season on top. The 69 car Toro Rosso back where they belong on the top step of the podium. Ahead of Renault and Alfa Romeo. The midfield teams showing that in SFR there is no big team to battle. It's only the midfield. They're all midfield teams in SFR, aren't we?
And all three car manufacturers that are not Mercedes powered. Three car manufacturer engine powered cars that aren't Mercedes. Well, hey, it's a good sign.
So here are the results barring any stewards investigation. Scented Crumpets in P1 ahead of Luke Beck in P2. Wide Billy in P3 maxing out the podium. Outside of the top three, Langfell in P4 and debut Dr. Special Energy in P5. Just Mikey in P6, Psychomich in P7, GA in P8, Badger in P9, and Blood and Sands finishing out in top 10. Outside of the points, and who did not finish the race, Oggy Trainman Friedrich Ollie, Hegluf, and Topic, not Tupac, did not finish the race. What a phenomenal event there, and what a way to open GP3 for the season.
And Badger gets fastest lap.
Does he now? Fantastic.
He gets the first 3 point.
Doc Special Energy, he's just brought out a little bit of information for us. His tyres in the Racing Point were at 84% right at the end.
Well, he did what, 15 laps on those medium tyres. We did say when they pitted, didn't we, that it was going to be a challenge.
It was going to be touch and go. It really was. But what a phenomenal event! Wide Billy cannot join us, unfortunately. So he said he'll join us next week. So we will get Luke Beck and we will get Santa Crumpus into the...
Well, this feels weird. Being on the invites.
Do it via the profiles, that's what I do.
Yes, I'm doing.
So much easier. What a... Oh, I'm now the party owner, apparently. Mike Bundy has, in fact, left us. So let me invite Mike Bundy back. That just got awkward. Do apologise for this. I'm going to rip him apart now. Watch this. Where are you, Mr. Bundy? He's not online. The cheeky mayor, he's not online. Is he online? Luke Beck's there, so I can invite him. Cheeky mayor. Let me invite. Guess I'll get my Bundy back in. Oh, come on. Oh, he's changed his name, didn't he? Alright, let me just do this. Let me invite Luke back in. Do excuse me as I have to now go through this. Silly underscores. Do apologise for this, guys. I'm gonna actually beat him in a minute. And Luke Beck has joined us. Hello, is your voice set to share, mate?
Double check.
Yeah, cool. And I will look. Look who's come back. Do you not want to commentate with me anymore? Where's Scented Compass? Is he on here? Do I have Scented Compass in my...
Kicking me up.
Gotta find Scented Compass. I do excuse me, guys, as I'm having to I will assault you later. Okay, so that's the two. Plus Mike Bundy because he has to be champion and he has to be late. Do excuse all the blue there. Wait to see if we can get the winner in here. I'm actually gonna beat you. You never do.
You have to catch you first, mate.
Is it wrong that I looked just at the notifications of the phone? I just saw a message from Ralph Bosch on my heart to get to beat. And Cedric Crumpus have joined us now. So just to be sure, have you two gentlemen, Luke Beck and Cedric Crumpus, got your voices set to share?
Yep. Hold on.
Should do.
Brilliant then. So if anyone in the chat can't hear these drivers, then we'll have a chance with them. But first we'll go to Luke Beck. Luke Beck in the Renault. Pole position, and then it just going away from you, didn't it?
Yeah, too aggressive with the setup, I think. The tyres just fell to pieces so quickly. And I was managing to hold on to the back of DRS, but my DRS decided to fail, and there was no point me even trying to keep up. His pace was solid, very consistent, very well done.
So, how are you liking the 2019 Renault? I mean, I assume you've done a little more testing than just the two SFR tests.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I don't know, I find the braking very difficult to get the knack of at the moment.
I think that's Ricardo was struggling with that as well, wasn't he?
it just feels spongy. No matter how hard you step on the brakes, it just doesn't feel like it's biting. Don't
Renault
know.
confirmed to be a Vauxhall.
Indeed.
So you're saying that without your DRS failing, do you think you could have challenged for the race a little bit more, or do you think second place was the best you could have done?
Challenge is a big shout. He had some good pace, but I'd like to think I would have held on to the back of him, and maybe with his time penalty, you never know, but keeping up with him would have been one thing, passing him would have been another.
Well, nonetheless, you did a fantastic job, and pole position, you definitely have the pace in that Renault. Looking forward to next week, though, at Bahrain. Are you looking forward to the track in Turkey?
Yeah, I do get along well with it, except the right-hander that goes uphill with the notorious spin curb. But yeah, hopefully stay away from that. It should be a good run.
As always. And one final question from me before we let Mike Bundy loose on you, if he has any himself. Are you happy that SFR is back, or could you have waited a few more weeks?
No, I'm happy. I was just pretty eager for it. I was getting bored. Nothing was going to happen. You can only race AI so much, can't you?
I've already given up. Well, basically I am AI to everyone else, aren't I? So, Mike Bundy, any questions for our second place man?
Just congratulations on a great race. Obviously, great pole position lap. A shame it didn't convert into a win. The only thing I have is, did you enjoy getting one over on Psychovic?
Oh, I always will. Don't worry about that. Yeah, no, he thinks he's gonna do well, but I don't know.
Does he need to? Oh, Cedric Crumpets has left the party, so I'm not sure what's happened there. I'll attempt to. Well, he has an invite to rejoin us, and I'll just I'll see if he's going to be able to rejoin us.
I'd like to point out though, the Psychovic, his pace is an awful lot quicker to last season, and I was pretty surprised he was so far behind. I expect him to come climbing up that board very quickly.
Well, just chat amongst yourself for a second. I'm just going to message Scented Crumpets and see if I can find out if he lagged out of the session. Give me a moment.
Just typical first day glitches.
Just got to smooth out the edges.
How was the Renault anyway? Was because obviously there's always a good advantage, because that's the best thing about watching and commentating on a round before, is I can see what my potential car is going to be like on the Thursday.
Are you driving Renault yourself?
He is.
Yes.
Just use it to check this view.
It took out everybody.
As soon as you clipped that inside curb coming out of it, it was just... If it chucked you over to the outside curb, it was game over, really.
What were your tyres on as well? Because obviously you did 20 laps on the hard tyre.
I think I finished on roughly about 60% all round.
Oh, not too bad then, actually.
No, not too bad. It's just I don't know. I don't think without the weight ballast this year, I don't know. I'm trying to get to grips with it a bit. Running some weird setups.
Yeah, most of the setups are weird on this game at the moment.
Yeah, I find it still baffles me how people can run with the front wing with a lot higher downforce than the rear. Still trying to get my head around it.
I have sent Scented Crumpets another invite, so if he can't join us in the next few minutes, then we're going to have to go without an interview, which is unfortunate. I know you guys are saying that he wants to get back in, but I have sent him another invite through the chat, so if he doesn't join us, so I don't know, what can I do? Have you enjoyed something about the PS4 update? Oh, okay. I'll try once more. I'll send him another invite another way. If he can't join us, then, well, we'll have to end it that way. So we try and keep the Renault drivers from talking to one another, giving unfair advantages.
I'll just feedback all my information to my teammate.
Yeah, I ain't got much advice to give you. I've seen your TT times.
Have you seen mine, Luke? They're in the bottom of the barrel.
Practice for Australia. I've not really done much since they've done the performance update they've done.
Absolute twaddle. Absolute twaddle there.
I don't know about anybody else, but I always find that too much practice will always just like I'll get in the race and I'll be like bored halfway through.
Drags you down. Yeah.
It hurts you mentally as well, doesn't it?
There's that. This race half dragged for me. It felt like it was never going to end. It's surprising how long the 29 laps are. Fuck. Like, long time.
Why do you think I talked all the way through it?
we were sat here and obviously after all the crashes, right, it's only lap 6.
Yeah. I pitted on lap 8 and thought, Jesus Christ, I got a 20 lap stint.
Well, unfortunately, it looks like Central Compass will not be able to join us tonight. So, what we'll do, we will tell. Trying to think of a funny thing to say here. Tell Luke Beck to get a yellow and black helmet for the next event, because I will abuse him if he doesn't. Or are you just going to go for a Daniel Ricciardo helmet, which looks damn awful?
What colour was my helmet? I don't even know what helmet I'm wearing, to be honest.
Nor do I. I think you're wearing white and red. Nonetheless, though, we will congratulate 3 drivers that were on the podium that we had here, 1 for the interview, and that was Widelow Billy, I believe for the first time ever he's on the podium. Congratulations to him. Well done to you, Luke Beck. I have to remember who you are for a second, because to be honest, in your username you can't tell if you want to be Luke Beck or not. And congratulations to Central Compass for the winner. Take the win as Toro Rosso did last season in GP3. So, I'll move on to you, Mr. Bundy, if that is really your true name. How was this race for you?
That's Bundy. Bundy.
Bundy.
Yeah, it was good. It seemed to sort of die down a bit towards the end, but the beginning was absolutely crazy. I mean, the jump start right at the start of the race, and then all those crashes at that fast chicane, and then it's sort of just... It was a good first race.
It truly was phenomenal. But what's next for SFR? Well, tomorrow night, James will be taking on commentary with Primeval Rex. They will be commentating over the GP2 division. That will be a race including myself and a few other faces that you should know about, such as F1 Sophie, Lee Nell, and probably Ryan Van Doom. I should hope he's there because he is my teammate. Mike Bundy, you're next on track on Thursday. Do you think you've learnt enough for Thursday's event?
We'll see. We'll see where I end up.
Well, if you want to see what happens, look on Thursday night for my stream with Leroy, with Mike Bundy on track in his Renault. And if you want to see what I'm up to tomorrow, well, it'll probably be in the Fly Emirates board somewhere on the track in my Ferrari. But we'll see what happens. Anyway, folks, thank you, Mike Bundy, for joining us.
Cheers, JB.
And we will see. God Colours just put, see you on the podium, Jamie. No, you'd all have to be in Formula 2 cars and me to be in a Formula 1 car for me to be on the podium. And I will see you on Thursday night in commentary and tomorrow night for the race. Have a very good night, folks, and we will see you next time. Ta-ra, guys.